That right there was Julian Ivey featuring Rem. Follow her out here on the blended WMUC 88.1. College Park. Your Miss DJ Jams, DJ Tony Drake. We got Julian Ivey here though.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Today's been a great day. I dropped my I was featured on Wale's new mixtape, Something About Nothing. And it's a great feeling to hear myself playing on this radio station.
That's what it is. And first off, tell the folks a little bit about yourself, because you're a young guy. How long have you been singing? How did you get into it? Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I actually started out acting in my local theater, and I found out that I was actually kind of good at it. I got my agent, Linda Townsend, and I was actually casted in The Lion King in 2007, and that ever since then I've just been trying to get back on the stage, trying to get back in the spotlight, trying to get back to where I have once been.
Alrighty. Tell us a little bit about that experience, though. That's crazy that you were in The Lion King. Like, what was your role? And
I was young Simba in The Lion King. It was the best part of my life. I cannot even lie at all. It was great, being 11 years old and signing autographs. I actually signed some lady's boob once. Yeah, it was.
She should know she wrong.
I know.
Asking an 11-year-old to sign her boobs, really?
I know, it was kind of creepy, and my mom to this day is like weirded out by that. But I mean.
Wow. Alrighty. Well, in the future, do you see yourself going more down the acting route, or do you want to lean more towards singing, or what are your goals with that?
If you asked me that question maybe 6 months ago, I would have definitely told you I wanted to be in movies and do big TV shows and stuff like that. And I still do love acting. That is, it's my first love, and I will always love it forever. But this music thing it's been great to me, and I don't know. I feel great when I do it, hearing myself progress, and just the products that come out of it is wonderful.
And the beauty of it, though, is you're so young, so you really don't have to choose when I ask that question. Like, you have plenty of time to go both routes, and give a little bit to each direction if that's what you desire.
Well, I mean, when I was 11, I was doing what I wanted.
Wait a minute. This dude just said when I was 11.
When I was a young whippersnapper, yes.
Yeah, people come in here that are like 40 years old, 30 years old rappers, like Rod Digger, who's been doing it with Busta Rhymes, talking about back when I was with Violator. This dude said when I was 11.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, really, it was the best part of my life, and that's exactly what I want to be doing, whether it be on Broadway or you see me in music videos on BET, MTV, things like that. Like, I want to be big, I guess. Everyone wants to be big, but I want to be really big.
Alrighty. So let's talk a little bit about your singing, and since we just played a track from you.
Right.
If you had to describe your sound, or even you could just talk about your influences and how you're developing your sound, how would you describe it? What type of music do you listen to help kind of get into your mode?
Well, for one, my most inspiring singer would definitely have to be John Legend, hands down. That is just the man, and if I could follow his footsteps, that would be wonderful. His voice is just so melodic and like soulful, I guess. And I don't think people nowadays really try that route. Everyone's kind of going for the higher pitched voice, which I don't have, which is weird because I'm 15. But
yeah, it was really surprising when we played that first track, and I was like, wait a minute, this is this little kid over here.
Yeah. It helps out a lot with the girls.
But you just played a track about following the girl at the club, and you're not old enough to enter the club yet. That's the funny part.
It's foreshadowing.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Did you write the lyrics to that
No,
song?
that song
I want to know where that came from.
It was inspired by a song I wrote, but it was not written by me, which I wish I wrote the song. But that's more of like on my 18th birthday, I'm gonna be singing that.
Yeah, don't wish you wrote the song. Stay in your age group. It's okay. Take your time.
You're right.
You don't. Well, I was about to say you don't have to be like Usher. That's not a good example because Usher blew up. But Usher was like 14 years old talking about I want to freak you and stuff. Like, you don't have to go that route. It's okay to be 15 on the track.
I mean, my mom is definitely a big part in that, I guess. You know, my family definitely does listen to my music, and so I try and keep my stuff at least a little clean, I guess.
I don't know if I believe him the way he's saying that. He said a little, even his lip was shaking. Like, I feel like that was a sign that he was lying a little bit. I don't know. It's all good, though. It's all good. So what do you have coming up musically? You have any projects you're working on, any shows?
Well, my EP, my EP is dropping May 24th, and I'm pretty excited about that because to this point I haven't really released a full project. I've been featured on a mixtape with Wale, and I've dropped a few singles, but this is going to be the first one, and I'm really excited about that. Look out for Showtime Act 1. And the name right there is actually inspired by my acting roots. Okay. I just thought I had to keep it real, come back to that.
Well, with that said, I think we should go ahead and get into another track by Julian Ivey. You want to go ahead and introduce the track for the folks?
You know, this one, it's self-explainable, I guess. It was written by me on a sad night, reminiscing about one of my ex-girlfriends. So here we go. Keep your ears open.
To each other, girl, we love one another. If you're scared, then put your hands on me. When you walk towards my room in the evening, we know what we doing ain't right. Then I see those eyes smiling at me. You're too hard to resist at night. When you look at me while you're hugging on him, baby, what do you see? And please don't pretend that this don't hurt you sneaking around. Well, baby, have no worries when the sun goes down. It's so wrong, but it feels so right. The past tonight because you're my ex-girlfriend. How could I do it? How could I lose you, girl? You're my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But I want you to remember when I was making love with you. I approach her like I've never seen her, but those eyes I could never forget. There's none as sweet as my Katrina. If there is, I ain't met her yet. But when I look in those eyes, I see you know me. How could I let her go? We're so dumb, you see, girl. I can't change it, the past is the past. But tonight is the future, it's a perfect forecast. It's so wrong, but it feels so right. And I don't wanna worry about the past tonight because you're my ex-girlfriend. How could I do it? How could I lose you, girl? You're my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But I want you to remember when I was making love with you.
I mean, we can't go on like this. caught like this. You can't scream like that. My ex-girlfriend.
That right there was Julian Ivey, ex-girlfriend, here on the blended WMUC FM College Park 88.1. We still got Julian Ivey here in the studio.
Yes, we do.
Yes, indeed. And it was kind of funny playing that track. Y'all should have seen his face, man. He's over here looking like... I don't know if I should put him on blast.
I get real sentimental about this one.
I could tell. It was all over your face, and
that one came from the heart, deep down in my soul.
Don't let that one get you in trouble with the current boo though. Don't be playing that one around her.
I mean, it is what it is. Like.
Oh goodness. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But yeah, young rising star in the station here. What can folks get in touch with you? Check out your music and all of that.
Well, you could definitely follow me on Twitter at Julian_Ivey. And you can hit my Facebook at facebook.com/JulianIvey.
It's good. It's all good. That's plenty. And we also had that was JS on the production, right?
Yes.
Okay. So definitely make sure y'all stay tuned for more music from those two. Before we get off, though, is there anything else that you definitely want to share with the listeners?
You know, I just want you to keep an ear out for me. Keep an ear out for the sound that you've heard from me. Keep an ear out for the my progression. And definitely for my demo, dropping May 24th. Showtime Act 1.
All right. With that said, I think we're going to go ahead and get into some more music here on The Blender. We got a track from Joel Ortiz featuring Novell. It's called Call Me. I felt like it was so fitting because it's Joey giving some flashbacks to when he was younger, middle, high school. So let's go ahead into some Joel Ortiz here on The Blender, y'all.
All righty.